Hey everyone, it's the Manga Viewer, and oh my god, my theories came true once again. That's why I'm telling you every time, do turn the bell on, so that every time I upload, you see that my theories came again, and it's just so wholesome. I got a couple of messages from you guys on Twitter, just telling me hey, I just read the chapter, your theories came true, so it was really nice. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on. I want to remind you this is a spoiler video, so if you're not caught up with the manga, proceed with your own caution, you have been warned, and if you enjoy my content, feel free to join the channel, or thumbs up this video, or follow me on Twitter, because I did posted the summary and some of the pictures of this chapter, so feel free to go there and check them out. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on. So the chapter actually begins with, as I told you last time, it begins with Bakugo, Nijire, Tamaki, Mirko, and Edshot coming in from the portal while Best Jeanist is looking at Shigaraki. Shigaraki's kinda looking at the situation and analyzing what's going on. He sees that there's no villains beside him, he's all alone, there's also no civilians, he's just there. And Best Jeanist is kinda shocked. He's like, where's Deku? What's going on? Bakugo tells him that, yo, Deku is not with us. He's got caught up in the rope and he's in another warp gate right now. He's in another place. So basically some of them freaks out and they're like, okay, what's going to happen right now? Deku is basically the base of our plan, or one for all is the base of our plan, how we are going to win now. Nejiri says we need to inform everyone about the situation and just tell them what's going on, while Mirko just wants to head on and go on fighting. Mirko is basically the strongest girl in My Hero Academia. She just wants to fight, she just wants to get into the action. And then my first theory that I told you about just came true, which is basically Shigaraki refers to himself as Boku. As you know, in Japanese, we don't refer to ourselves as Boku or something. We normally says watashi, and that's also very formulate. But it's also referring because All For One himself was referring to himself all the time by Boku. If you can go to the anime, go to the manga, it's always him saying Boku. He's always refers to himself as Boku. So it was really interesting to see that. And if you remember yesterday when I told you about the theories, I told you one of the theories will be basically All For One and Shigaraki coming into one mind. So that's exactly what's going on. It's basically All For One still have something up in his sleeve that he still haven't showed yet. And it just happened in a little bit of this chapter. So let's keep going. Shigaraki then basically touches the ground, everything starts crumbling and decaying until a metal plate propels to him, smacking him in the face and basically sending him towards the sky as he gets hit by electronics and stuff. And then as he's as he's falling and trying to counter the damage, Best Jeanist holds him with those strong carbon fibers, wires, and he basically smacks him to the ground. Shigaraki then breaks out of them and he's basically, what the hell is going on? And he then starts analyzing again. He's okay, this situation is made so that I don't use my decay quirk. And he basically then tells Best Jeanist yo, I can use my decay again and again and again until there's nothing left. And Best Jeanist is I would dare you to try to do this. So because our resources are not ending, our resources will keep coming. And as this happening, another metal plate just comes in and, sorts the place out once again nothing has ever happened before. So Shigaraki's a bit confused now, and the chapter then goes on to explain what exactly is going on. Best Jeanist then starts to explain the plan and what exactly is going on. Basically, in the core of this island that's floating in the air, there's Cementos, Power Loader, Momo Yorozu, Hatsume, and Cementos, and everyone is just there. Everyone is filling his roles. Momo can just fills in the metals, Power Loader can control them, Cementos can fill in again the cements and stuff, and basically Kaminari and a lot of other students are there to use the most of their electricity so that they can hit so when Shigaraki hits the sky, he basically gets electrified and gets back on the ground. So that's basically the plan of the core, and that's basically the land that designed so that every time he wants to try his decay quirk, he will basically get smacked in the sky. We also see a hero carrying food around and giving heroes food to Momo and everyone so that they don't run out of energy, and that was pretty interesting. Best Jeanist then continues and he's everyone is not here just to get to the money or to the prestige, everyone just wants to save the world. We then see Bakugo and Mirko heading towards Shigaraki, about to unleash the full blast on him. He tries to use his shockwave quirk but is surprised because his quirks are not working. We then see again one of my theories that actually also came true. Also Monomoa just watching from the screen as he's sitting on a chair like a king or something, as Aizawa and the fish head hero like beside him watering his eyes, and Aizawa just kind of like, you know, beside him so that he can copy his quirk, and he's basically like, how do you like that, or like, how do you like this taste, last boss? I was like really surprised when I read the kanji for it, and it just says like, how do you like this taste, last boss? It was pretty hilarious. And he also like says foo 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 foo. It's kind of like hilarious. He's kind of like mocking Shigaraki and stuff. And basically when Shigaraki, when he sees that, he's like, okay, Eraserhead, you are cool, but the role that you are given to in this battle isn't cool at all. And he just kind of like mocking Aizawa because he thought Aizawa would be there in the battle and kind of like just, you know, with the heroes helping them out and stuff, rather than like sitting on the corners and making another one using his quirk. What's also interesting is that Aizawa is sitting beside Monomoa because the time limit for the Monomoa copy quirk is like 5 minutes, so it can be recharged as many times as they want. So that was pretty interesting. The problem is that the hero's plan were to basically kind of like make Shigaraki like head to the electronics and get smacked, and then get smacked to the ground, gets the shockwave and all the quirks, you know, get rid of it by Monomoa, and then let Deku use his full power against Shigaraki so that he can defeat him, or like kind of like basically kills him or evaporates him. But the problem is Deku is not here. Also, Shigaraki is kind of like getting a lot of arms from his original arm, and he's basically almost about to catch the heroes that are like almost going to him. So that's pretty terrifying, and the heroes are like, okay, what do I have to do now? The kind of like the hand gesture that we see, actually we saw it a couple of chapters ago in the cave where Shigaraki was there, and he was kind of like trying to complete his full power mode. And Aizawa then remembers when we fought him, he didn't have that. Also, he wasn't at 100%. He was like at 72, 71%. So that's pretty interesting. And Aizawa is like, okay, what the hell are we going to do now? And then as this is happening, Shigaraki basically like sucks Mirko in with his arm, and like some blood appears to be kind of like poking out of like the arms that he's having, even though he's not using Decay Quirk. So a lot of people actually thought Mirko is dead now. Now, here's the thing, and that's basically how the chapter ends. Now, here's the thing, my thoughts actually about that is that she's not dead. I don't think that's how she's going to die. I think the blood is like going out is not from Mirko, it's from Shigaraki. Mirko might have like some sort of special weapon or something, since, you know, when she fought the Nomus, she's kind of like had the same problem. So when we see like in this second battle, everyone is learning from their mistakes and their, you know, the mistakes that they did, so everyone tries to prevent it. You can see that by like the plan of the heroes of like separating them first, taking everyone individually, taking the heroes that have an advantage against the villains that have the disadvantage, and so on. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think she's dead. I think like Horikoshi will go with the safe side. I don't think like he brought her to the war arc just like so she can get killed in one chapter or something. I don't think that's his plan. Also, I think like a lot of fans will go on riot mode, like, how dare you kill my bunny girl senpai or something. But yeah, I don't think Horikoshi is going to kill her. I think she's alive. What the hell is the hero is going to do and what's going to happen next? I feel like the next chapter is going to probably focus on a different perspective of the battle to kind of like keep this sort of like intensity. I feel like the chapter will focus on Shoto and Dabi, or maybe like All for One and Endeavor, or Deku and Toga. Although I would like to see them like going in the last panel, kind of like showing Shigaraki first, Dabi second, All for One third, and then Deku fourth. That would be pretty interesting to kind of like keep the intensity and keep the people looking forward for the next chapters. Because as you know, when the kind of like the authors are doing the chapters, they finish it on like a high note so that the customers can come back and, you know, get the chapter again. But yeah, that was an actually pretty interesting chapter. I really like the idea of like the heroes combining their powers and kind of like going in on Shigaraki and pressing him on. And I also really enjoyed that my theories came true. Like a couple of my theories actually came true in this chapter. We still haven't seen the rest of the chapters, so I'm excited to see like my next theories coming in. Stay tuned on Wednesday because I will be dropping my theories for the next chapter when like the HD version of the chapter comes out. When I read the chapter like from the magazine, it's kind of like, you know, visible, not visible enough, and I want to make sure that also like the original translations are there so I can like make my correct decisions as well. So stay tuned for that. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts on what's going to happen, if if Mirko is alive or not, or if you have any other theories, feel free to comment them down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out my Twitter for the full summary and some of the chapters, pictures. I have been the Manga Viewer, and I will see you all next time. John A.